know, I know there are other situations not mentioned, like maybe a man beat a woman to death.
Due benevolence.
Yeah, you know that. But for me personally, me just take divorce out of my vocabulary, and there's a lot of compromising in marriage, meaning you have to give up your rights sometimes. Some persons don't like to give up their rights. You have to. If you're going to always want the thing your way, want the dish set this way, want the house set that way, you're going to have, you know, disagreements. So you have to learn to appreciate and respect each other. Before I got married, you know, I was reading, you know, doing my little research and the things that help a healthy marriage. And the 3 conclusions I came up with that can destroy a marriage is, they say, sex, money, and family. Those 3 things are things that can destroy marriages, and I've seen it happen over and over. Family especially is one of the hardest ones, because I have heard people say, Christian married people, boy, my mother come first. Yes, it sounds good, but the reality is when you are married, your spouse come even over your mother. You may not agree with me, but biblically it's correct. That's why the Bible says, leave your mother and your father and become one. Because guess what? We love our mother, we'll always love and respect our mother. But you see, if you put your mother above your wife, she's going to have that ability to break up your marriage. And God don't want that none at all. There should be nothing with the ability or the potential to break to your union. So sex, dangerous, and as I say, me listen you guys start me and laugh, because me hear them say everything when they were married for. And I know. Me different, maybe me different, but for me sex was on the top of my list.
You're a guy.
Hold on, I never said number 1.
You're a guy.
I said I listen to the men, I'm talking about the men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know women are a little different, but I know men are sexually driven, and if you have the 3 top things, sex was in the top 3 for me.
I never said it was in the top 3. I named 2.
For the women, sex is not on the top of my list.
Well, he's saying no man.
Like for me, what I need in a man is somebody who is strongly ambitious. That I see they're going somewhere in it, because I need to get somewhere, like, and I'm very, very productive, and I need somebody like that. But so if you can't come like that,
Raquel, after you get where you want to go in life, what do you do the rest of the marriage? Because you see, let me tell you, no matter what we say, sex is very important.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the number 1,
but
it is one of the ingredients of the cake. And you have to put that in. While you want everything else, it have to go in there. Because the truth is, if we were sitting here as all married people, and hear everybody talking about, you know, married people share about sex life. And I have people who come to me about their sex life. And I have to tell them the truth. Because the truth is, not because your friend over there so can tell us, Lord, the thing did nice last night. It doesn't necessarily mean. When you hear that, if you're not getting that thing nice last night, it gonna start to make you wanna think. So therefore, you have to, this is when you're dating, guys, make sure not talk about sex. Talk about what the person are gonna like from what the person are gonna like. Up, top, down, middle. Talk about it, because at the end of the day we be transparent, because when you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble. And that's just the truth. Talk about sex. It is like, you know, once you're the most important, but it is like my very most important thing.
Do you believe somebody can have a successful sexless marriage?
Oh,
I believe that.
Let me ask the question. And we're talking about healthy, functioning people.
Anybody ever seen the movie with Wesley Snipes? I forgot the name of the movie. I can't remember it. The one that the world had changed, and these were new generation of people rising up. and they everything you do, and if you go to the ATM and you press the machine and you curse a bad word, it gives you a ticket.
I think Judge Dredd.
Raquel sound like that generation of girl. When Sandra Bullock put on this thing on her head and put it on thing on her head and said we're going to have sex. And the thing they and stimulate and go on and go on. And she there and talk about when she was just about to reach there, because they didn't believe in kissing and stuff like that, because they claim that bacteria and stuff like that. But when she get the real thing, she was like she never wants to stop.
But I'm thinking to Melissa, Raquel, you know, if you're at that place where you believe you don't need sex in a marriage, then you don't really need to get married. Maybe I'm called to be a eunuch. Maybe I'm called to be. So yeah, that's it. Because trust me, sex is very important. And
especially, I can understand a situation where, let's say for instance, okay,
them socks in it broke. As
something like that. I can understand. That's a very interesting term.
What does that mean?
This socks that.
Leave it alone, Raquel.
I want to. What does that mean? They can't get an erection.
Yes. See, something like that I can understand. I don't think that should break up the marriage, because for richer or poor, better or worse.
Yes.
Right? This is what I think it is. Yes. I mean, I'm saying it may present challenges. It may present challenges, but I don't think it should break up the marriage. Right? But if you have two healthy, you know what I mean, adults that are married, I mean, I don't understand that. I really don't understand, you know, how you can have a marriage that,
And that's why I started out the conversation by explaining the difference between empathize and sympathize. That's the words that we're looking for. Reason being, one of them is basically theory, while one is experiencing the thing for yourself. So that's why I started by saying, you know, when you have never experienced something, you will always have your own conclusion.
As to what you know.
I say, no man, I would never eat pork. You know, I see people cook pork. Maybe one day you taste pork a little bit more than the other person who always eat pork. So in theory, yes, you eat pork. Yes. But until you know you really experience it. And then you may have issues with the husband. That's why I said,
business part.
That's why I say in your case, maybe
we cannot fall in love with that.
Maybe you need to be a eunuch if that's the case.
I'm not called to be a eunuch.
Oh well.
But I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, your husband have to go enjoy the sex. But as I said, you know, sex is very important, and as I said, in marriage it takes compromising, meaning, you know, giving up your rights. You know, I have been married, as I said, next month, 9 years, and me and my wife have petty disagreements. We fuss, when we get miserable already.
Yes, very.
But we have never ever had a heated argument. Never. Not one time in our marriage. Like two of us are arguing and shout. You know that type of argument? Never one time in our marriage, because I know, even though sometimes my wife loves stand up for her right, I know she's sensitive. I mean, when we get loud and aggressive, she's gonna be hurt, and you know. And a couple things I want to share. You know, I wish I was talking to a married group, but nevertheless, you guys all have a plan to get married. When you are married, that